I'm Jesse, and welcome back to my channel, JaffyDuck Productions. Today we are going to be discussing, reviewing, and recapping Season 4, Episode 13 of The Flash, True Colors. So, in this episode, after hearing that Amunet has struck a deal to buy all the metahumans in Iron Heights, Barry must decide if he should expose his powers in order to save his cellmates. After a visit from an old friend, Ralph is reminded of his shady past and wonder if he's really a changed man. Fairly accurate description. So, as per usual, there will be spoilers in this review. If you haven't watched the episode, please come back and join me then. And yeah, let's hop right into it. So, we open up with Warden Wolf giving a tour to Amunet Black of his off-the-books metahuman prison underneath, built above the old Iron Heights, and yeah, and it's off the books, no cameras, and yeah, it's all his. So he brings her in. It's all the bus metas plus Barry. So he's like, alright, which one do you want? Or how many do you want? And she goes, eeny, meeny, miny, all of them. She's going to sell all of them. Her deal is with him that she gets them. They split the take 50-50. And yeah, so you have your, and it's a speedster that they have. He doesn't actually tell Amunet that this is the Flash. He just calls him a speedster. Like, it's, should probably put it together, but yeah. So, we cut out to Ralph, and Ralph coming into his office / apartment, not entirely sure. Anyways, and there's somebody sleeping on his couch. It is, what's his name? Earl Cox, and he's played by Paul McGillion. I love this. Paul McGillion, it's not his natural accent he's using, it's a Scottish accent. He is Scottish born, raised in Canada, so he doesn't really actually have that much of an accent, but he can do a really good one because his parents were straight up Scottish and they still have an accent. His brother still has an accent. He's popped up in so many sci-fi shows, like major role in Stargate Atlantis as Dr. Carson Beckett. Yeah, I love it, and it's this, I hate that it's, honestly, it looks like it's going to be a small role for him, so I'm a little disheartened by that, but I'm still in love. Anyways, so it's the scene between him and Ralph. He's a bit of an asshole, and he really gets in Ralph's head. Like, he's telling Ralph that you might have turned over a new leaf, but I know who you are. You're going to disappoint your friends as you normally do. You ruin the good people. You ruin the good things in your life, Ralph. And it really gets to Ralph's head, and I kind of get it. He has failed them before, and yeah. So, yeah, we cut over Star Labs. They're talking about, oh, I'm sorry, I missed this part here. The main part is when Iris is going to see Barry. Iris is going to see Barry, and she's got Cecile with her because they're planning his appeal. And yeah, it's a very arbitrary reason for Cecile to be there with her, but it makes sense because they are planning an appeal and Cecile's the one to do it. So yeah, Cecile's here to plan the appeal. And of course, Cecile with the mind reading, Barry's not available because he's in the hidden wing in Iron Heights. So the big thing here is Warden Wolf comes down to tell Iris himself that Barry is unavailable, that there was a riot, and he's in solitary with everybody for a week. It's the way it works, and honestly, it sounds like a good plan for a prison. Anybody involved, like even if Barry's trying to save and stop people from fighting, it's locking them up in solitary, just to have everybody calm down, just not assuming anybody's involved with anything else. So yeah, I really like that idea, and well, of course he's blind, and so Cecile reads his mind, and yeah, and he's planning a meet with Aminette Black, and it's at midnight tonight. Well, tomorrow morning, one of the two. Alright, cut to Star Labs. So Cisco, they're all talking about how to get Harry out, how Wolf is doing. Cisco makes a comment, since Wolf is always looks nice in his cotton suits. Wow, he's actually a wolf in sheep's clothing. I love that pun. It really stuck out to me. So Ralph comes in. He's kind of messed up with his own head. He's not really paying attention to what's happening right this second, and he transforms himself. And he transforms himself into Paul McGillion. And yeah, it was very well played, and I loved it. More Paul McGillion. I really hope he comes back for whatever reason, connected somehow, just so we can get more of him. I love this actor, and yeah. But yeah, Ralph can transform. The surprise look on his face when he's doing it, when he did it, really paid off. Yeah, and now they have a way to get Barry out, is if Ralph can transform into somebody. Oh, yeah, and for some reason, Harry's on Earth too. Kinda arbitrary, and if something this important happened, I'm sure Harry would have wanted them to get into contact with him, so we cut to the Thinker. It turns out Warden Wolf selling these metas to Aminette is a wrench in the Thinker's plan, and he doesn't know what to do, and that's a big thing. He literally says, "I don't know what to do," and it's frightening. Alright, so we cut to Barry in prison. He clogs the toilet, steals some 9-volt batteries from the plumber when he comes, and yeah, kind of random. Anyways, cut over to Ralph, practice transforming. He's going to transform into Warden Wolf and contact Aminette Black himself to cancel the meet, just so that it all gets canceled. Cisco and Caitlin pep talk him, and we cut back to Barry. Now, Barry's plan was he's got a bottle of water and salt packets or sugar packets. Anyways, so what he does is he actually oxidizes this water and makes some sort of powder, throws the powder on the lock, puts water on top of it, sizzles right through, some sort of... Anyways, it's chemistry. It's chemistry, not 101. It's not basic chemistry, it's advanced chemistry. And Barry is a chemist. Barry is a scientist. And I love it when they can actually showcase how smart he is. Instead, a lot of the times he relies on Cisco and Caitlin. And honestly, in The Flash, I've heard this said a couple times, in The Flash, he's kind of dumb. When he shows up in Arrow, when he shows up in the crossovers, he's smarter, he comes up with ideas, and yeah, he's intelligent and he's a scientist. We unfortunately don't get this in The Flash because everybody else is scientists. Like, the first person to peep out of Team Flash, aside from Joe and Iris, that aren't scientists, is Ralph. Like, well, I suppose technically, if you want to say it, HR wasn't either. He was just pretending, so yeah. But yeah, the core has always been Cisco and Caitlin. They're always the science people. And Barry kind of takes a back seat to them. And it's unfortunate, but yeah. So, Barry not only gets all himself out, but he gets all the meadows out. There's tunnels underneath him, so he gets through the hatch on there. They get down there. They're talking about. Barry's like, alright, well, why would you go back to a life of crime? You know the Flash is just going to run you right back here. And they're like, oh, well, the techno guy, the technopathy. He's like, well, no, it's only legal crime for me now. Legal crime? Stock markets. But yeah, the shrinking guy wants to go back to stealing. The woman that can make effigies come to life wants to go back to stealing Native American artifacts and returning them to their home. That's okay. But yeah, like, come on, you're getting out of prison. Your first thing you want to do is steal stuff. Anyways, moving along. So we cut back to the Thinker. Thinker looks like he's being tested by his wife to see how well his memory is, as well as she's using a song from when they first met to block him from reading her mind. So, she's blocking his telepathy with a song in her head. Last episode, I believe, Joe and Cecile handled this far better. Obviously, these scenes would have, instead of not seeing the Thinker last episode, having these scenes along with, like, just switching up where they are, the telepathy part, like, spreading this arc of her beginning to doubt him along, would have worked out a lot better, I believe, in like last episode. If you spread out this and then her not trusting telepathy and paired it along with Joe and Cecile getting in the same way and then finding a way around it, when the Thinker and the mechanic don't. So I think that would have paralleled great, and yeah. So we cut to a scene in a bar where well, he is playing Wolf. Ralph is playing Wolf. It's a great scene. The actor that plays Wolf really gets down the mannerisms of Ralph Dibny. It's very well done. It's annoyingly embarrassing at points, and like exceptionally well done at points. Near the end, Ralph does start to literally fall apart. His ear starts drooping. Then once he realizes he's falling apart and he freaks out, he turns completely back into Ralph. And I mean, it's like, I hate it when I'm always right. Wow. Classic line. Wow. Sorry. Sarcasm over. So yeah, we cut from there, we cut back down to the prison break. Barry's leading them along, it's working really well. They come across the plumber who is fixing the pipes down there. They all want to kill him. Like, it boggles my mind. Like, I understand why Shrinking Dude does. Technovore? Anyways, the techno guy only killed people that really did him wrong, who's the last one? Oh, sorry about this. The Native American woman, I can't remember if she killed on her first thing, but all three of these people want to kill this guy. And, well, one's got him held down, the other one's about to hit him with a pipe and kill him. So Barry just punches him in the face. The plumber's got duct tape on him. They duct tape him up. That makes more sense than killing a guy. Because if you kill a guy and break out of prison at the same time, especially, like, it's a guard, it's not somebody standing in your way with a gun, it's a freaking plumber. That's just, have some respect, guys. Have some fucking respect. So we cut to Wolf getting a call from Aminette Black. Turns out Wolf in real life is a really good liar. Because he gets the call when he realizes all the menace are gone. They're tracking them down, and yeah. So it's Ralph returning to the team. He's like, alright, I'm not going to help you break Barry out. It's too much for him. He doesn't think he can do it. Let's face it, Earl really got to him. He thinks he's disappointed them, and if he keeps trying to help them, he's going to disappoint them even more. And so the prison breakers finally get to a door that is locked, and it leads back into the regular prison. So what it is Shrinking Dude, they're still under metahuman dampeners, so Shrinking Dude tries running into it. Bad idea. So it goes down to Tech Guy. Tech Guy is actually a genius hacker, or sorry, a genius programmer, so he's able to hack his way out. So as he's doing this, Barry sits down with Lady Luck. Lady Luck looks at his hand. She's like, I've had some really bad luck. I know what, you've probably broken this and this. So what she does is she's wrapping up his hand, and they're having a great little talk. She's very silly and sweet. Barry says, our powers don't decide who we are. We do. That's very, very well done. I literally have a note here saying, I love in Prison Break. Isn't cold and heat wave for it, though. Wow. Bad joke. Bad joke, I'm sorry. Anyway, so, yeah, we switch back from there to... We cut to Ralph and in his office. Caitlin comes to see him to give him probably a pep talk. It's falling on deaf ears, so she brings out somebody else to talk to him. She smashes the bottle, cuts her own hand, and brings out Killer Frost. Killer Frost sits down and is, well, starting to give him a pep talk. It feels almost like Ralph has abandonment issues. I just don't know if that's entirely true or just kinda. Killer Frost says pretty much along these lines, I don't understand why they keep doing it. It must be part of this friends thing. But it's almost like Killer Frost has gained a certain amount of respect and admiration, and I just don't want to be a killer. She's just, I really want them to change her name to just Frost. It makes more sense. And I like that they're just going with it. They're going with her and Caitlin being a different person, that Caitlin respects her, and now, like, I know some people would have problems with Caitlin coming to talk to Ralph. I don't. I don't think Caitlin has a real problem with talking to Ralph. I think they've gotten as close as anybody can yet. Like, there's a lot apparently off-scene stuff happening. Anyways, I get it that why Caitlin would come to talk to Ralph, and I get why it is actually Killer Frost that gets through to him, because there's a little bit of history with those two, and it's happened mostly off screen, like all the inside jokes with all of them and Frost, and yeah. So not a bad pep talk at all. He thinks he has an idea. This pep talk gives Ralph an idea. We don't see what that is, and it pays off later. He calls her Frosty Oprah, and she gets a kick out of that. So we cut to the final part of the prison break. They're out in the prison yard. Wolf's there with a contingent of guards in full body armor. He shoots Barry in the leg with a metahuman cuff. He only gets to hit Barry before everybody else turns on him. Barry's trying to convince them not to kill Wolf. And Wolf's like, really? You're gonna listen to him? He'll put you all in here? Yeah. That's the Flash. Did you ever wonder why we have another speedster in here? Yes, Barry Allen is the Flash. And they all turn on him. Why would they all turn on him? It makes no freaking sense. Even if he was going to run back, he literally can't do anything right now. Wolf is your problem. Wolf is the one with guns to you. And it's frustrating. So they all turn on him, except for Lady Luck. Lady Luck is choosing who she wants to be. Once she got down off the high of having all that good luck, she realized that she could have killed a lot of people. So Lady Luck is very sweet. Lady Luck is the shit. So she steps in between them and Barry, and she lets her powers go a little rampant. I believe it was Native Girl's effigy hits Shrinking Dude in the head, which knocks him onto barbells, which knocks out Technopath, and they're all fucking out. Like, they're all unconscious within seconds. Black shows up and says, well, turns out you were lying to me, and you don't have this under control. She's about to shoot them all, knock them all out. She's lowering somebody's weapon, fires off a fucking knockout gas grenade, which in turn, once it knocks her out, she falls and kills the rest of the guards. That's impressive. So at this point, that's when the Thinker decides to intervene. Thinker, he does something really weird. He's in his chair now, and he grabs each one of the bus menace, and it looks like he's transferring to each of their minds. They all turn, smile at Barry, turn back, and kind of flop. Next one, and Barry's booting her, trying to save Lady Luck, and she is the last one Thinker goes into. I think Thinker chose her specifically to mess with Barry, because they're the ones that connected, and I think he might have known this. So, Thinker transfers his memory into, so his old vessel's completely gone now, that actor's gone, and we have the Thinker in Lady Luck's body. Lady Luck really stepped up her game. She was far more interesting in this episode. I loved her. I'm kind of intrigued to see where they go with it, because it almost looks like Thinker's kind of devolving, kind of just going for anything at this point. And so DeVoe kills Wolf, just straight up kills Wolf for an unknown reason, really. So yeah, at this point, Caitlin and Cisco show up, trying to break Barry out. I'm assuming at this point it's exactly midnight. They show up to break Barry out. Barry's like, I'm not leaving. Literally everybody in the yard is dead. And, well, I'm gonna have to just knock the fuck out, I think. So, she had a line where she was passing out, I don't pay myself enough for this shit. I'm like, wow. Anyways, so Barry chooses to stay, goes back to his old cell, phases in, and gets back to his old cell and phases it. And he marks down another day. Another day this puts him at 20 days in prison. So, we get to his, not arraignment, his appeal. We get to Barry's appeal. While Cecile tries to stall the judge, the original DeVoe wheels in and it's Ralph pretending to be DeVoe. Barry is cleared because DeVoe is clearly alive. Yeah, and so DeVoe's clearly alive. They let Barry go. They're all celebrating at Joe's place as usual. There's short-lived happiness, I'd say. Where are Ralph and where is Harry? Like, call back Harry. We've got Barry out. Like, why? Anyways, so Ralph does show up, and they all kind of stare at him because they all realize at the same time that DeVoe wanted the powers of all the bus metas, and they know one more, and that is Ralph. So Ralph literally walks in, he's like, why is everybody looking at me like I'm a dead man? Sorry, Ralphie. Alright, so final scene of the episode is we cut to DeVoe and his wife. He's celebrating, he's really happy, and she's not happy because not all the bus metas were there, and this wasn't how the plan was supposed to go. I think DeVoe's devolving, and he's just trying to rush through his plan. Anyways, he does something to his wife's drink. They're drinking champagne, and he puts something in it, and as soon as she drinks it, as they're cheering, there's specifically a line is to the Enlightenment. What are they planning? Like, I need them to just give us a hint. Please, just give us a hint. I want something. I worry that like they're gonna try to knock out the rest of those bus metas with DeVoe just find the bodies and not knowing what their powers are, not really meeting them, and just finding bodies of them. Anyways, it's frustrating, and just give us a hint about what DeVoe's planning. Just give us, like, even his endgame. Like, this is just getting a little frustrating now. So, let's go straight into the review of it. Let's go straight into the rating of it. I would give this one, well, it's not a perfect episode, but I really enjoyed everything with Barry. I really enjoyed everything with Ralph. I really enjoyed Cisco kind of taking a backseat to it and relaxing. I'm not a fan of Harry on Earth 2. And Caitlin kind of stepping up and doing the pep talk, and then getting Frost involved, doing pep talk herself. Most of this episode was good. Few frustrating parts with the Thinker. Every interaction with his wife is great. Him drugging his wife at the end and them dancing to that song. I don't know, there's a lot. Oh my god, I forgot about one other bus meta. The crier, the tears, the aphrodisiac stuff. He's drugging her with that. Oh my god. Wait, where is that bus meta? DeVoe captured him, and we haven't seen him since. Oh my god, my head just, like, boom, it just, everything clicked right into place. Oh my god. Huh. Anyways, so yeah, I just, boom, for that alone, it's 4 out of 5 for sure. 4 out of 5 lightning bolts. Anyways, that has been my recap, review, and rating of The Flash. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. Definitely, even if you didn't like what I said, let me know down in the comments down below. I want to hear your thoughts on this episode. Anyways, I love you guys. See you later. Bye.